everyone, welcome back. I know I missed last week. It was a busy kind of time, but I'm excited to be here now. So let's get our tarot reading for the week ahead, just a general energy check-in for the collective here on YouTube. And so what does our YouTube collective need to know for the week ahead? The week ahead is July 25th through the 31st, 2022. These videos are timeless. The date is just to help organize it. So if you find it at that time, then great. If you find it later, then that's what resonates for you at that time, then take it. It's meant to be when you find it, not necessarily when I post it. So with that said, let's get into it. What is the week ahead for the collective here on YouTube? What do they need to know? What's the week ahead? 4 shuffles. 3. I'm hearing celebration and stability. I'm seeing the 4 wands in my head when it asks for 4 shuffles. But let's see. And 5. Okay. So the beginning of the week here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is a great card to start your week with. This tells me that you're in alignment with your finances, with your goods, with your physical well-being, your health, that you're making some really good nurturing choices for yourself. And that's setting you up in a really strong position, a really strong place to be. You could be growing that wealth because this particular Queen of Pentacles has very Empress vibes to me. This is my fairy tale deck. And so this is a beautiful, I believe, Native American fairy tale story. But she just has Empress vibes to me. So that's really abundant. You're just really sitting in your power here at the beginning of the week. And I love that. That's a great place to start. The next card we have here is the Sorceress in reverse. This is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess in reverse tells me that even though you're sitting in your power, there's a lot of things you're not seeing. And honestly, what I'm getting from this is this isn't so much about you. This is the universe or spirit working on your behalf. And what I'm getting is that they're working really behind the scenes. So while you're here in your power, spirit is putting a lot of things together that you have no idea are in the works. These can be manifestations that you've been putting out. These can be things you've been asking for, or just things that are according to your divine plan and contract that are going on and they're working on in your favor, in your behalf. And the secrecy of it is it's just, this is, behind the screen, behind the curtain. It's not really, it's out of sight, out of mind, and it's meant to be. I feel like spirit bringing this up, which I actually expected this card to come up. I couldn't tell you why, but I think because when I first saw the Queen of Pentacles, I thought that's what it was the High Priestess or the Empress at first. I just feel like they're working on things for you and they're just notifying you of that. They don't want you to dig deeper into it. I will pull a clarifier all the same, but they don't want you to worry. I'm not getting anything bad. I'm not getting anything sneaky. It's just kind of, hey, FYI, we got some things in the works for you. Interesting. Okay, so the midweek, the reason I'm saying interesting is because this card came up in a similar position in my Instagram weekly energy reading. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me there. It's at magnificent.musings.tarot on Instagram and Facebook. The readings do come up a little bit differently, so it's great to follow me on all those platforms just because it's getting a different kind of energy. So it's interesting to me that this card is in the same position. It was off by 1 day on the Instagram reading than it is on this one, and that is the 8 of Swords. So midweek, there's a lot of anxiety and fear coming up. And I think that's interesting that it's following this High Priestess. I think that's why Spirit's giving you a head up like, yeah, we're working on things. We're doing it behind the scenes. Everything's okay. Because I think you can feel this energy. So you start off the week here really in your power. You're like, yeah, I'm doing great. Things are coming around for me. But then you're not really seeing anything. And that can start to cause you to self-sabotage and circle. You start kind of circling and like, oh no, panicking, overthinking, all of those Eight of Swords mentalities. And so I think that's why Spirit's giving you a heads up, like, hey, it's going to be okay. Go back to being in your power. Don't let your fear mentality or a lack mindset, don't let that self-sabotage you. We're working on things. We're really doing things for you. And that's a similar energy, again, to my Instagram reading that I just did, because we had the Wheel of Fortune in reverse there too, which again is that divine energy of we're putting things together for you. Things are going to be paused. You're not going to see them quite yet in the 3D, but don't freak out. We're doing it for you. Just breathe. Just breathe. I feel like that's also a note for me because I'm channeling a little too quick. Breathe. It's going to be okay. Don't let fear-based thinking throw you off your throne, throw you off your path, because it's all in your head. You just need, I'm getting, especially with this Eight of Swords, because she's throwing up the snakes and the frogs and she's like, oh God. In this particular fairy tale is really interesting, where the mom and the stepsister were being shady and trying to get things that that weren't theirs and steal it from the, protagonist. And the result was this, where it's like, what's inside you is going to be your comeuppance. And I think that's that fear. If you're so afraid you're not going to get it, you're just kind of sabotaging yourself as opposed to letting it come to you naturally. Just let what's yours come to you. You don't need to do anything, and don't let the fear of like, oh my God, I'm not going to get it. Don't let that make you sabotage yourself and your own blessings. I love this, because the next card, this is your midweek, right? We're going to start off the week really strong, and universe is just going, hey, it's going to be okay. We got you. Don't worry about anything. You don't see it, but don't freak out. So midweek around Wednesday is when you tensions might be running kind of high, and that's okay. That's going to be a really good time for self-care, for pacing yourself, just doing breathing exercises, focusing back on what makes you in your power, because by Thursday or Friday, I'm really hearing Thursday, there's that Knight of Wands. Now that energy is moving. And this is right on cue with what I just channeled for Instagram. Oh my God, I love it. I love the synchronicities. Things are now going to be moving. So it's like there's going to be kind of a stalemate midweek. So consistently, both collectives that I'm channeling for, midweek, there's going to be a pause. Don't let that freak you out. Don't let that get in your head. Don't work yourself up. Just keep going. If you need to hermit for a little while to stay grounded and centered, then do that. If you need to go out with friends or family and really bring your vibration up, do that. Do what keeps you in a grounded, solid place and out of your head. Because I'm getting midweek, your head is going to be the worst place to be. So whatever you can do to get out of that space, do it. Because by Thursday, things are going to be moving forward. We got some quick action coming in here with this Knight of Wands. This is bringing in passions. This is bringing in an offer. I'm getting everything that you desire is on its way to you, and it's coming to you. And that's one of the things that you don't see that Spirit's doing, is you may experience a pause, right? Midweek, we're going to have that pause, and that's where we're going to start getting in our heads like, oh my God, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? You don't need to do anything. It's coming to you. So stay in your power. That's when you're in the most receptive space to welcome it in, because it's on its way to you. And toward the end of the week here, we have Temperance. This is union. This is divine alchemy. This is gifts. This is divine timing at play. Yes, it also means being patient, but I feel like you've been really patient up to this point, and now finally you're going to see it in the 3D. It's finally going to come together. We're finally going to get everything. And so you do need to be patient with yourself through this week. You need to be patient with the universe as it brings things together and it finishes off this alchemy for union, for creation, for manifestation, because you're going to get a huge blessing toward the end of this week. That's going to be everything that you want. Bottom of the deck energy is Seven of the Swords, Seven of Swords in reverse. And I love seeing that because Seven of Swords is all about deception. And this is the Three Billy Goats is the fairy tale. It's all about deception, but when it's in reverse, you can see. Like, there's no deception here. And so that was something I channeled over on Instagram too, is it's not too good to be true. There's nothing to be afraid of here. It is exactly what it appears to be. So take that blessing because it's yours. And you earned it and you worked so hard for it. And it's going to bring about a lot of healing. Because when I picked up that Seven of Swords, the card underneath it is the Three of Swords. And this Three of Swords in particular is different from the normal. Where she's got, I think it's the little matchstick girl is the fairy tale for this one. But she's shining a light in the dark. And that gives me a lot of healing and hermit vibes of whatever's been hurting you, whatever you've gone through that causes this fear, it's finally going to be healed. The truth is being illuminated is what I'm hearing. And you can see a way out of the dark. You can see through it. Just be patient. Don't do anything rash with the Fool in reverse. Stay vigilant with the Nine of Wands. Then I got the Lovers in reverse, which make good choices. Don't let your fear sabotage this. And I think as good things start coming, it's going to come in so quick, it might kind of knock you off your game because you've been waiting so long. This is something you've been working toward and waiting for so long that when it comes in with this Knight of Wands energy, it's going to be like, ah, and you're going to be like, ah, and you're not really going to know what to do with it. And I don't want that to throw you off course. And that's really the consistent message I'm getting from both the Instagram channeling and this channeling, which is really interesting because the last couple weeks you guys didn't sync up at all. You're totally different collectives. Is it's okay. It's not too good to be true. The other shoe is not going to drop. This really is everything you've been waiting for. Don't freak out. Any fear-based thinking, any lack mentality, that is going to self-sabotage. You're better than that. Look at this. You're better than that. You've already healed that. You've already worked through that. Don't let those tendencies from the past come back to haunt you now. Because that is something you absolutely have control over because you've gotten yourself this far. You worked on that. I'm so proud of you. You healed that. That's amazing. That's hard to do. So don't fall back on that now. Don't go back into that energy just because the good thing is finally here. You deserve this. You earned this. You're worthy. You're enough. Oh my gosh, please accept this gift, this blessing. And Spirit is super emphasizing, for the love of God, don't sabotage it. We've worked so hard to get you here to this place where you can accept it. Please open your heart and accept it. Please welcome this in. This is absolutely meant for you. This is absolutely made for you. Please do it because you are worthy. And they're so excited to bring this to you. And they don't want you to freak out because it is going to be a surprise. It is going to come out of the blue. Doesn't matter how intuitive you are. Doesn't matter if you're psychic. Some way, somehow, it's still going to knock you off your feet. Maybe because you've been waiting so long, you've been like waiting and working and oh my God. And finally it's here and that's still going to shock the hell out of you. Like, oh my God, it's real. I just saw like going on a treasure hunt. Like if you've been like hunting for treasure where you've been tracking down, where did this shipwreck happen and where was it? And then finally you dig it out of the ocean and you're like, holy crap, it's here. It's real. And like a part of you didn't think it was actually going to happen, but it did. And here it is. And it's in front of you. So don't like drop it back into the ocean. Like, no, hold on to it. Bring it in. Bring it in. Bring that treasure in. It's going to be great. So don't self-sabotage. Please do whatever you need to do because this is your justice. This is everything that you deserve coming to you. This is the week, baby. We're finally in Leo season and it's happening. And you're going to see it in the real, in the 3D, in your surroundings. So take it one step at a time. Don't forget to breathe. And if you get overwhelmed, it's okay to excuse yourself, to collect yourself. One of my tricks is to go to the bathroom. Doesn't matter if I actually have to go or not. I excuse myself because that gives me up to 5 minutes to just recenter and calm. And it's okay to do that. This opportunity will wait for you. It's not going to pass you by if you suddenly have to be like, I got to go to the bathroom. Go do it, come back, and accept and receive. Okay? I'm so excited, you guys. It's going to be a good week. Just get over that hump midweek. Don't let your fear sabotage you. It's truly fear-based thinking. And what are our fears? They're not real. They're not real. They're illusions. You're okay. Everything is fine. You're safe. You're protected. You're divinely guided. And this is meant for you. So, embrace it and be happy, because that's the intention behind it, is happiness. And I heard prosperity. So, with that said, if you'd like to book a personal reading, please email me. You can comment below. Don't comment below. I don't know. Well, comment below your thoughts and feelings on this video. Otherwise, email me. I'll put it in the description box. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at magnificent.musings.tarot. And you can email me at my email that I'll put in there. It's just my name, first and last, and a couple numbers. So I'll put that in the description box if you'd like to book a personal reading with me. And then I will see you guys for sure next week, if not before. All right? Have a great week, you guys. Bye.